始了，先请双方球员在此停止赛前练习。Players start your own up. Go back to your bench, please.
Yeah, wanna sit on my lap. No BBL, you can tell she just built like that. You ever walk into a spot knowing every bitch a pops? Not a whole lot of niggas that done felt like that. But there I go, there I go, there I go, there I go. Yeah, it's me with the inside out T. Low key, only short for a large fee. There I go, there I go, there I go, there I go. Yeah, that's him, pay the arm and the limb for him. Cause they know the hoes jump out the gym for him.
Gucci Man and J. Cole, the collaboration. They pulled the band, woke the bell up out of hibernation. These boys exaggerate and do a lot of fabrication. But ain't no gimmicks in my game, this shit ain't animation. Now Mike Will made it, and Gucci Man slayed it. Think I'm the dopest rapper ever, niggas overrated. The paint got eliminated, the top decapitated. He had a book, but it went dry, that shit evaporated. Big ups to Fayetteville, shout out Mechanicsville.
好了，本场比赛即将进行开场，先请球员们在此停止赛前练习，谢谢。
I'm talking switch my move, I perfect crib. Screaming, yes, sir. Let you stretch first. My diamonds go burr. Yeah, it's a cold world. I told my nigga slow motion was the best motion. And money turn these bitches on that shit like love potion.
There I go, there I go, there I go, there I go. Yeah, it's me with the inside out T. Low key, only short for a large fee. There I go, there I go, there I go, there I go. Yeah, that's him, pay the arm and the limb for him. Cause they know the hoes jump out the gym for him. Hoes jump out the gym for him. Jump out the gym for him.
All right， 各位现场的球迷朋友，让我听到你们的尖叫声 ！Come on！ 欢迎壮壮，欢迎颜值担当的 Formosa 60， 我们的女孩们，还有尤尼兽，一起来迎接我们台中的开幕战，迎接第4季我们的魔鬼主场。希望借用你们最大的声音，让我们拿下今天重要的比赛，持续给我们我无所惧的加油声。 把胜利留在我们的家，大声的听到你们一起为我们球队加油的声音，准备了，跟着女孩，跟着壮壮一起梦想家，梦想家，梦想家，持续保持这个热情，一起守住我们的胜利。我无所惧，我们不怕。感谢各位来到我们的现场，迎接待会的比赛。谢谢女孩们，谢谢壮壮，谢谢尤尼兽。好了，非常开心，大家在周末的时间一起来迎接我们的比赛。我们要花一点时间，谢谢我们的指导单位以及赞助单位，大力支持我们的篮球，支持我们的梦想家。谢谢教育部体育署，谢谢台中市政府，谢谢台中市政府运动局，谢谢彰化县政府，谢谢中华民国篮球协会，谢谢支持梦想家的赞助伙伴。 台塑集团值得您信赖的国际海空运物流公司，心想科技全球货运代理整合性资讯平台，以 VO6 充电车服务补电超轻松 ，Area 02亚洲指标球鞋与潮流交易平台，马吉斯轮胎，世界10大轮胎公司，源自彰化的台湾之光，奥迪中部和顺利汽车，进化有感而生。谢谢联聚建设，好还要更好，联聚建设。 台旭近60年的肉品专家，提提盐征服法国的台湾面膜，金发家祖传绿豆沙，朝日堂台中聚餐名店，日式烧肉锅煮鸳鸯锅，美津浓日本100年运动品牌，云城资讯企业 IT 整合战术的好伙伴。谢谢曼黛玛莲最好穿的内衣，天天舒服穿。篝火烧肉贩卖所，你用烧肉定义美味，我用美味定义烧肉。风格美学诊所以及 YCM。 全球 AI 科技防霉领导者，多喝水，矿泉水的第一领导品牌，以及秀传医疗体系引领国际医疗专业 Snow In 滑雪学校。再一次把掌声送给他们，感谢他们支持我们的篮球。精彩的比赛马上开始，目光持续锁定场中，性感火辣的 Formosa Sexy 女孩来喽 ！Come on, let's go, girl！
the shows of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business.
Too much looky. I'm so sick of all these looky-loos. Everybody looking at me like I was the breaking news. Police got a stain, watching every step I take, every move I make, every breath I take.
Mind your beat, 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 mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business, bitch. Mind your business, bitch.
谢谢女孩 ，Thank you Formosa 16。正式欢迎台北富邦勇士球员进场。台北富邦勇士0号赖廷恩，1号陈范国彦，他们派5号 Chris Johnson 强森，他们7 7号伊波卡，8号钟桂宇，12号林志杰，14号蔡文成，15号谢宗荣，24号简廷照。Starting five 先发 ，Number 2 2号 Cedric 巴尔菲特，6号吴永胜 ，Number 9 9号 Steven Sealman 石门，10号张文平，21号曾祥军。台北富邦勇士篮球队总教练许晋哲，助理教练吴永仁、江志正、林伟浩、魏维，领队蔡成儒。福尔摩沙梦想家秉持铁血的斗志，打造强悍的战场。梦想家人们，我们汇聚能量，携手一同并肩作战。我们不怕，持续再战，所有挑战我无所惧。Come on, let's welcome Formosa Dreamer。
恐惧来自对未来的不确定，可能会失误，受伤会不能上场，
远边这首卢冠良这两天的手感还要再调整，
怕自己不够好，怕状况不好，怕努力不被看见。怕输，但这些其实都发生过了，我们才知道，这些曾经的恐惧兑现后，就不再是恐惧，这些都会变成来自过去的助攻。现在，我们将朝着目标，把这些助攻一球一球投出去。
一份支持。我们不怕挫折，迎战每一场历练。佛摩萨梦想家第7季赛季没上诺。面对未来的挑战，我无所惧。我们坚持不懈，成为更好的自己，与在座的每位家人拿下比赛的胜利。我无所惧 ，Let's go Dreamer！ And now Number 0梦想家的板凳霸图陈世杰。Number 3号后场指挥官梦想推进器老吴家驹。Number 5号来自纽约的全能得分手 Charles Macaro。Number 8号来自彰化的光速4分卫绿色3点王胜元。Number 10号可切可投的侧翼新血梦想探花丁冠宏。Number 18号梦想后场的强力大手防守悍将杨胜业。Number 21号台湾篮坛传奇射手美梦情侣手东哥秦豪。26号梦想家最后一道防线，台湾魔兽李德伟。Number 88号进军铁壁梦想虎队钟柏成。Let's go and now starting five， 先锋。Number 24号体能劲爆，攻守兼备 ，C 的航空辛沃克。Number 42号来自德州的野兽，禁区炸弹9连波。Number 34号火锅制造机，威斯康星地图防守兵器 Brandon Gomez。Number 23号台湾队的攻守兼备的梦想元老谢克力。11号赛德克狙击手 ，Ladies and Gentlemen， 标速跑车吕奇奇。佛摩萨梦想家总教练 Head Coach 球门 P.LEAGUE， 助理教练陈希念、赖柏林，球员发展总监田磊，总经理韩俊海。本场比赛即将开始，双方球员进行最后热身时间。
梦想家主场的朋友们，大家好！先让我听到大家的声音，圣诞快乐！整个12月份呢，都是我们的圣诞节，所以除了今天。
ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. In keeping with the holiday season after the Kingsgiving, we greet you with Merry Dreamers. It's an afternoon matchup between the Taipei Fubon Braves and the Formosa Dreamers from Taichung Intercontinental Basketball Stadium. Last week, these two teams were victorious in Hsinchu in their respective games. The week after, they played each other in the Dreamers' other home in Zhanghua County Stadium. I'm your English play-by-play commentator, Ryan Chen. After 3 weeks of play, the Dreamers find themselves in second behind the Kings. The Braves are right behind by a half a game. Steelers in fourth, while the Pilots and Lioneers are searching for their first win of this season. One of them will emerge with that. At least the Pilots have a chance to get on the board tonight. On the Mandarin broadcast, on the left is Jia Fan, haven't seen him in a while, and Cai Qingji. 请问朋友们，你找到了官方的英文转播，要看中文转播的，当然就按到中文的转播链接。谢谢你的收看，记得我们的转播都要按赞。The Dreamers, for the first time in Plus League history, officially have a dual home arena situation going on for themselves. Previously, it could have been the Taoyuan Pilots with Guoti, or the Dreamers with one weekend in Taichung at the Taiwan University of Sport facility. But this season, officially, 10 games in Zhanghua, 10 games in Taichung. That is their home schedule. They're wearing their new forest green Seatown jerseys. On the screen now is Aji Lin Junji. And on the other side, TJ Jianting Zhao, those two youngsters out of Jianxing University, we caught up with pregame to give us a little bit of insights, especially in the regard to the last game, how Aji diced the Braves up for 24 points on the game, making a more than 12-point comeback in the fourth quarter with less than 5 minutes to go in the game. In the all-time series, the record is Braves 14 wins to the Dreamers 8 wins. Last season, the Braves actually in a commanding lead, 6 wins to 2. And that was the Dreamers after a disappointing loss in the opener to the Kaohsiung 17 Live Steelers. So the Braves with a whole week to prepare for one opponent. Let's see how they were able to focus on the game plan through Chen Qingzao's eyes.
我想阻止他得分，算是我们对上梦想家的，算是一个主要的功课吧。那另外一项功课，比较针对是我们怎么让自己的团队的化学效应可以更好，因为我们的人数确实可以用的比较多，只是我们可能排列顺序的话会有很多的组合，但是效果好不好，那就是看当天的状况，还有平时练球的。对，找我1年进来，那其实我不会把他视为同辈，因为他比我早进来，所以把他当作是学长，那也是一直我当控球之后要学习的对象，不会只有他，那包含可能像是右卫，那是其他小白，对，可能都是我很多地方可以去观察的。
Jian Tingzao saying, indeed, Aji is the main focus on defense. I think most importantly is to prevent his dribble penetration, which will create a lot of havoc on opponents' offense. And also the second point, what the Braves have been making a focal point in the last 2 seasons is Coach Rogers saying that they need to focus on themselves. And one thing they have kind of been discovering is how to unlock some of their team offense and team chemistry. And as for point guards, TJ suggesting Aji as a 学长 in the league, someone who came before him, a lot to learn from, even though Jian Tingzao was a great candidate for Rookie of the Year after his own last season, 5.6 points per game, off the bench mostly. And on the other side, Aji Lin Junji asked about the reason why Jianxing University guards can be successful.
然后拿下那场比赛，对我们来说意义真的蛮重大。因为如果在自己主场开幕战，然后2连败，想说那士气真的会蛮低落的。但是觉得在第2场，然后可以让我们再延续到第3场比赛，然后有好的表现，然后就是保持这样连胜。我觉得那场真的是 让我们的气势算有就是往上吧。对，践行的就是因为人真的很齐，然后就是我觉得就是因为人很齐，然后竞争力就会很竞争，然后就是每个人都不想输，就是每个人都很愿意花时间，然后去就是自主啊，然后就是很怕会输给别人。我觉得就是在大学就养成这个好习惯，然后就是进入职业的时候就可以马上衔接。
Aji sharing, after the loss to the Steelers, they really couldn't afford as a team to lose 2 straight in their home opener. And their good game carried on to the next in their road game against the Lioneers. So saying their team momentum so far has been strong. And as to why strong guards come out of Jinshin University, says there's a lot of competition at the university level team. So everybody puts in a lot of work and doesn't want to fall behind. And that makes it easier as a pro to also keep competitive. Well, they made a graphic for Michael Singletary, who had an excellent game last weekend against the Lioneers, 25 points after the first 3 for himself on the season, only 8.6 points per game on 22% shooting and making 2/3 of his threes in 1 game. Was a huge difference maker to the Braves defeating the Lioneers, really stretching them out on the perimeter. But the Braves electing to choose Cedric Lee Bearfield, making his Plus League debut. He's already had a good showing so far in 3 East Asia Super League games for the Braves, averaging 19 points per game on 51% shooting from the field. And to his credit, Bearfield is the shortest import in the Plus League since John Gillen, who's listed at 183 centimeters, Bearfield 188. You can also throw in someone else besides Bearfield who was on a registered roster during her preseason but never made a debut. Filipino Richie Rivero listed at 185 centimeters, but Bearfield is a very dynamic scorer. Looking forward to his performance. The 3 officials for this afternoon's game, Huang Zhenfeng, Zhang Liyue, and Tong Xiuling. Let's get to the starting lineups where the Braves will have Zheng Xiangjun, number 21, next to Steven Zimmerman. Steve-O Zhang Wenping getting a start next to Bearfield, and former Dreamer Jeff Woo-Young-Sut. On the Dreamer side, a pretty familiar look, Brandon Gilbeck next to Randall Walco. Julian Boyd getting his first start of the season next to Aji and Kenny Chen. This is the first start for Julian Boyd as a Dreamer ever since game 85 in season 2. And actually back then the Dreamers had one of the imports start on the bench back when there was only 2 you can dress and 2 can be on the floor. So it was a very different strategy. He's so far in 3 games started off the bench in all of them. Go back to Kenny, waiting for Aji to join the fray. Previously, the Dreamers' Z-Towns were always a half and half jersey as Boyd picks up the loose ball and there's a foul down low on the collision. And then took a fall but bounces up quickly. Boyd, despite coming off the bench for all his games this season, as saw that little hand on the shoulder, could be in danger for an unsportsmanlike, but not enough contact to set, so 2 free throws. Boyd, in his game against the Braves, actually had his lowest performance in terms of scoring, 16 points, 11 rebounds in 33 minutes, which is actually the most of his season, and that's considered a down performance for him. Been playing very strong in his return to the Dreamers. 1 for 2 at the line though, with Zheng Xiangjun up ahead to Woo-Young-Sut. So I did not commentate on that game, but it was the very flip of the score from the Braves Dreamers Plus League debut back on December 19th in 2020 as Steve-O launches a deep one. Zimmerman in the neighborhood, but the Dreamers come down with it. Braves matched up in man-to-man defense as they double Kenny initially, as Boyd throws it between a couple of the teammates. There's Jamie Perlman. Gray suit, black shirt, no tie. Kind of similar to Roger, who's got a almost black suit, white shirt, no tie for himself. Fairfield guarded by Kenny Chen. As they swing it around, Steve-O's got another open look, and it's off the mark again. Steve-O's only had one career start in the Plus League between the Kings and the Braves. Game 114 toward the end of the season against the Steelers last year as Boyd tries to fade away. Only 12.5-ish minutes played, 6 points for Steve-O, but he did play a big role in the playoffs. Zimmerman will try, and the Braves have not seen the ball go through the hoop as Walko brings it up the court. Trying to go baseline and out of bounds for the Dreamers. On the season, Achi's averaging 14 points per game. Now the Braves giving a lot of help as Randy Walko steps on the sideline. Fairfield up top. Zimmerman screens for him. That dribble pull-up three is off too. Braves wall up as the Dreamers will set up something in the half court. Over to Kenny. And they say a foul with Fairfield guarding. Kenny electing to bring it in as you see a lot of ball up top, but could be something somewhere else. So Fairfield that was actually registered with the Braves last season in the preseason, but did not play, and perhaps was already in negotiations with the, at the time, Bay Area Dragons. They played in the PBA's Commissioner Cup. As Achi gets his hand in there and throws it into a teammate. Kenny taking on a block as Gilbeck stuffs it back in. Effort play plays off for the home Dreamers. Now they're zoned up as Jeff Wu tries a deep shot and he bottoms it. Finally a good response from the Braves. Boyd trying to drive, overshooting the layup, and Gilbeck overtapped the putback as here come the Braves. Fairfield a quick catch and shoot, too strong. Achi looking for an outlet and takes an elbow jumper too easy. But the Braves, no movement on their side. They're going to let their boys play. Over to Zimmerman. It's in Shamdream. He'll take it with the three and overshoots everything. There's a whistle on the play as Jeff Wu is trying to stop Achi. There you see on the score bug a 1 for 7 shooting start for the Braves. And then another look. The right-hand hand check was called as Achi fell into the arms of Steve-O. That'll be 3 team fouls for the Braves, none for the Dreamers. You can see that on the white bars and the lack of white bars on the score bug. Now the Braves zone up as Kenny is left open in the left corner. He'll try. Gilbeck jumps over. Zimmerman puts it up. He bounces it out. They'll have to earn it from the line. Another look at the higher vertical and the outstretched arms of Gilbeck over his counterpart, and foul by Steve-O. Gilbeck sinking the first free throw. In his third season now with the Dreamers. So far through this season, averaging 12.7 points per game. Goes 1 for 2. Critically, keep an eye out on his free throws. So far, it's been a big step up. About 73% on the season before this afternoon. Fairfield working in the middle as Jeff Wu penetrates, taking a falling fadeaway shot. McCullough fresh in the game, pushes up ahead. Good rotation play. Gilbeck playing tough, and a whistle finally comes. He's pretty much double teamed down there. The Braves keep fouling as the Dreamers keep forcing the issue. This time it's Shih Tsung who got a couple hands in there, and Steve-O not enough resistance as help. Looking up at the board, and I believe it is on Shih Tsung. So far in the game, the Dreamers have not taken advantage. There you see 3 for 7 at the line. They are having so far a much better game effort-wise, than their defense has been forcing more misses out of the Braves. But you need to convert. You can't just count on luck with only a 4-point lead. Dreamers' zone defense was actually torn to pieces by the Steelers with a hot shooter, Kuzumu. So far working in this game as Aji fumbles it for a moment. Now the Dreamers push it ahead. Kenny working in the mid-range, and another whistle as he's driving, but no complaints from the Braves. Another Gilbeck being patient with the screen. Kenny working in the mid-range, and Shih Tsung was the one who reached in there. The second personal foul, and just like that, Coach Rogers going to bring in Iboka. Jamie Perlman for the Dreamers doesn't run a very deep rotation. Jay Chen, Hayden, number 3. Might bring in either Doug or Lu Guanliang when he's healthy, as another shooter off the bench. So in the new rules in the Plus League with 3 imports who can dress, 2 on the floor at all times, the Dreamers have someone they can bring. Lai Tian tries from deep, and that's no good. I will say, if you're not in the arena, the air conditioning is a little bit strong now. McCullough looking right then left, as this time a blocking foul will send Kenny to the line again, and this time it's Iboka. So before we get to the flurry of substitutions, we have our first television timeout of the game. The Formosa Dreamers, 8 points, and the Taipei Fubon Braves.
好，等一下拿到我们小球的梦想家人们，在第二节倒数5分钟，到我们1楼下面这边出口找我们的工作人员。好，谢谢。
谢谢庄庄，谢谢丹宁。
好，让我们继续帮梦想家加油。
好了，听到大家再次加油的声音了，梦想家，梦想家，梦想家，加油！暂停，时间到。
Welcome back to the broadcast. Free throws coming up as long as a flurry of a lot of substitutions for both teams. So far, the Braves with only 3 points. If you just look at this season, the lowest scoring mark in an opening quarter was the Lioneers with just 15 points in the first quarter against the Braves. The Braves are very much settling for perimeter 3-point shots. Chris Johnson's fresh into the game. Made shot by Kenny Chen. Braves with Johnson and PLEAGUE in there. Have a little bit more shooting on the perimeter. Iboka beating McCullough down low. Assist to Chris Johnson. Another look at the misdirection, I could say, for myself, as I said. Fairfield, Johnson, Beast, and Taipei. All guys retreated from the outside, but it was Johnson to Iboka down low. Cross to Kenny Chen. This 45 leads it short, and found the rebound. Johnson against Boyd. So even more free throws coming up on the game. And a look between the jersey and shoulder tug. Boyd with a free throw made. He's currently amongst the leaders of scoring in the Plus League. 24.7 points per game is good for second. And you need a reminder, up until this afternoon, has come off the bench for 3 games. A little bit of pressure, but Johnson helps out his point guard. Now the Dreamers show off a man look. Beast. I thought he lost the dribble, but the referee says it was off a Dreamer. Staying with their man defense as Johnson fires in the face of McCullough. Boyd skies up high to get the rebound. The only casualty on that play was his teammate Kenny Chen, but he's back up now. Boyd backing down at Iboka. Pretty tough defense as there's a kick-out pass to Kenny. A contested layup made. Kenny Chen has struggled to score the basketball, but his defense has been good as always. Has to guard Fairfield, the point of attack for the Braves. Johnson's got to catch and shoot. That's no good. Chris McCullough. Or Chris to Jay Chen at the elbow. With less than 5 minutes to go, the Braves sitting at 5 points. with only 2 field goals. Johnson going to work on Boyd. The turning fadeaway is well short. The scoring struggles for the boys are going to continue as the break is put back in by Boyd. And finally, the Braves electing to call a timeout. So since the television timeout, they have seen the deficit balloon up to 10 points in this opening quarter. And I think one point of emphasis, there's not attacking the basket at all. And then look at Kenny flipping it up before landing and possibly getting into a travel situation previously, and this time it's Boyd who picked him up in transition. Not really much to say so far in the game besides the Dreamers are playing their game and the Braves are just trying to make it a shooting contest from the outside. Now in the Plus League, you can have 14 players dress every game, 14 on the active roster. And the Braves have already brought in 11 guys in this first quarter and nothing seems to be working. And on the Dreamers side, they also have 6 offensive rebounds, and that's really unacceptable for a squad. One thing to note that we'll probably mention all season is how in the last 2 seasons, the Braves actually have a very average to below average winning record before the Lunar New Year's. Season 2, they were in 3rd place at 8-6, and last season was down in 4th place at 7-8. But they were able to turn around both of those, end up finishing 3rd and 2nd respectively. Zimmerman going to inbound. So 2 import bigs for the Braves. An overpass, and Braves lucky to stick with it. TJ to Beast in the corner. First try is short. As the ball is brushed out of bounds by a Dreamer. But another open look. Not taken advantage of as Kenny will take a break. And Jin Hao or Doug will come in. Beast counter crease over to TJ. A quick push shot is still off. And right now it is very suspect how the Braves can't make anything on that side of the hoop. That's a hoop that they, as we are in the first half, practiced on for the game. Boyd hesitates, then bucket. Given a step, and it took advantage. 17-5 in the first quarter. Jump pass, as that one is lucky to go off of a Dreamer with Beast. Would have thrown it out of bounds with no teammates looking his way. And then look, maybe he was looking for the cutter in Winston. You see Boyd, quick reaction, but he realized probably could have let that go. Quick kick out to Chris Johnson. The lid is still on the hoop. Here come the Dreamers on the run. Alco taking on Winston, floating it up and in. A perfect floater there, all nylon. All the lowest individual scoring quarter of Plus League history is 4 points. As mentioned in the earlier part, the lowest scoring quarter in the first is 15. And the Braves are quite far away as a dangerous pass to the interior. The shot clock overshoots everything. And it will be a shot clock violation, a turnover. Kind of funny how You don't think about it, but a missed shot can still result in a turnover for the possession. Some basketball stats accounting that Roger's probably not thinking about. He's probably thinking about something else. 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. There's Hayden Wu Jiajun, who scored 0 points against the Lioneers, but it was a team high plus 28. Walker goes to the floater again and almost got it. Battle for the rebound, eventually won by Randall. Good hustle as Hayden to Gilbeck, a little butterfingers, and the Dreamers turned it over. He's speeding through the middle, ran into a wall as TJ will try from the outside. Still no. I just can't imagine how the Dreamers will fare in the second half. A 1 for 13 3-point shooting start as Boyd couldn't beat his man, but Gilbeck sticks with it. Another putback for number 34. Well, the Dreamers on their side, they're not settling at all. They are only 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. Trying to go to back door as Winston not even looking at the ball until this last moment as Beast finally made 3 after such a long while. Previously it was Jeff Wu much earlier in the game. Gilbert with a dribble runner. A foul from the side, but I don't think the Dreamers mind too much. Only their second team foul. And it almost came after a disastrous turnover by the Braves. There you see the stroke by Beast. Actually in the game on the top of the screen is number 1, Chen. Nerman push pass to Johnson, taking a tight dribble pull-up. And TJ just in the right spot. Actually will get a foul out of Gilbeck. And look, also McCullough mistiming his jump. So a number of factors need to go in. And this is not the team chemistry that TJ was talking about, as sensing the foul trouble, Gilbeck will come out. Definitely wasn't a ton of contact, but referee in his rights to protect the rebounder there, as McCullough is the one who's hit out of bounds. This time it's TJ to inbound. Over to Chen. He can't find the target. Back to Boyd, he'll try for 3, but that one crawls out, and a nice high rebound by Beast. Quickly marked by Aji on the defensive end. Backing one down and crashed into by Boyd. A lot of resistance from the Dreamers, though I would say Beast did lose his footing. Nothing egregious, of course, but when that contact can possibly cause a turnover, well, maybe they also have a point about incidental tripping. But the Dreamers did have a foul to give. Now that is out as Beast rises fire too strong as Boyd comes back for the board. Trying to take on the Braves wall, getting it back, and a bad miss as time expires. 21-8 is the start of this game, and the Braves, we'll check those record books, but that was a first quarter to forget. We'll be back to the action after these messages.
想家人一起拍照啊！
是的，今天也要跟大家一起来拍个 Uni 派拍照时间。
来，我 我们优尼兽看在这边，来哦 ，Look at me。好，我们给优尼兽拍，准备，1、2、3。来吗？哎呦 ，OK。好，我们再来寻找，好，不然我来拍吗？我来哦，我来。好，我坐在这里吗？好，我来跟大家一起坐好了，好不好？好，东东一起加入。好，这边的粉丝准备好了吗？看到没有？好，我们一起留念。好，我们靠过来，准备1、2、3。漂亮，好，不如由我来拍怎么样？好，我来拍。好，我们往那边移动，我们跟着优尼兽移动。好，我们梦想家人们随时准备好，随时可能会 Q 你们哦。好，来喽。好，让我看一下小窗口。我们靠近一点，我们这边的粉丝一起靠近一点，好不好？和乐融融，来了，准备1、2、3。OK， 我觉得我拍的应该还算不错。好，好，我们再来自拍一张好了。好，我们自拍一张。优尼兽，我们要去哪里？你决定。要往后吗？那边。好，那我们去那边。
We're in it for the likes. Leave a like on the stream and my basses will be happy. An 8-point first quarter for the Braves actually sets a franchise record in the Plus League. A very cold shooting start to the game, but it's also, you can give credit to the Dreamers, who've only allowed 2 offensive rebounds while grabbing 9 of their own on the other side. So not only the Braves shooting poorly, but their effort has not really been in there. So all they can do is show the highlight package from the first quarter on just a couple of made threes by the Braves. And that second one you see, Winston almost let it fly out of bounds. He's actually really not been a positive for them, as he's not been paying attention to the basketball when he's cutting through. Bearfield's back in, taking Kenny on right away, but does not get the lucky bounce. Up at McCullough, he's got room, and stopped by Chen Xiangjun. He had a teammate in tow on that, what turns out to be 2-on-1. Beast's spin move going into the lane, and he's blocked out of bounds. Might just go down as a deflection. But get another look. McCullough trying to bring it back, but Chen Xiangjun got a hand on it. That'll be, or should be, a block shot for number 21. Johnson couldn't get a hold of it as the Dreamers back in their zone. Jeff Wu outstretched arms to Boyd. So the former Dreamer showing off the good stroke that they were really hoping for when he was here. Try to answer, and he does. Chris McCullough, or goes by his nickname Chris, like a certain iced tea brand. No, that is literally iced tea brand. And applying good pressure still against Bearfield. Johnson turns around and misses another shot. Out to McCullough, this time from the left side, and it's another one. The high screen and roll, or pick and pop, is really working in the last 2 possessions. Foul on the perimeter. On this quarter, it's singular Dreamers foul to none by the Braves. Only a minute and a half in, as Beast to Johnson, down to Chen, but stopped by McCullough this time. Johnson got it back, and falls quite dramatically with Julian Boyd trying to make his case to the crew chief. And in that case, it might have just been a little bit of unlucky timing, as Johnson within his gather step. But look, he's in the painted area, so Really hard to avoid a foul when you're down there. Boyd perhaps making the argument about being a good call on the other side. They go off with, now I think I see 3 personal fouls, so Gilbeck is in with 2 personal fouls. That'll definitely change the tenor of the game. They leave Kenny open in the left corner. He'll try and working on the weight room a little too hard. Beast through the middle. Thanks to Cedric Fairfield's assist. A little Braves run will force the Dreamers to call this early timeout here in the second quarter. Up by 12 points. Let's see what they do in their timeout here in the second.
问题是什么？问题是今天首位得分的梦想家球员是谁？首位得分的梦想家球员是谁？找进去并回答 Area 02这个问题，就可以抽我们 Jordan 1高筒的 Union 联名，好不好？赶快手机拿出来扫 QR code， 加入 Area 02官方账号并回答问题。我再重复一次问题，问题呢就是首位得分的梦想家球员是谁？首位得分的梦想家球员是谁？给个提示，4位洋将，4位洋将。好不好？手机拿出来。好，我们来倒数10秒喽。10、9、8、7、6、5、4、3、2。
Vote for the week MVP by checking Plus League social media accounts on Mondays. Coming into this game, the Dreamers averaged 35.7 3-point attempts per game. Quite a bit higher than the Braves at only 29.3, but it's the complete opposite so far. And I think one thing that really explained it is how the defense in the paint kind of plays a big role. On the season, the Braves get 4 blocks per game. The Dreamers only 3, which is quite a big difference. But you look at their last matchup, the Dreamers actually blocked the Braves 4-1. I wonder if that has something to do with the team's game plans. So out of the timeout, the Braves now show a 2-3 zone. Aji got a couple on him as McCullough back to Doe, who hangs on to the basketball, and a deep pass will bounce all the way into the backcourt for the Dreamers for a turnover. Good defensive pressure by the Braves with some personnel changes on the Dreamers side. A quick whistle, something off there. Third team foul. I didn't even see what was happening. It was called by the opposite side crew chief. Downstream for Beast, guarded by Chen, and he knifes his way to the cup. Number 12, Lin Zijie, so far has 7 points on the game. But Aji left wide open, and he buries it. That's not a good scouting report possession there. Zhen Xiangjun can, and Johnson off the mark with a tip. A quick pass to Zhen Xiangjun is brushed away, but they still have time. Quickly to the basket, and Johnson, guarded by Aji, couldn't come down with a pass. Trying to argue for an illegal bodying down low, and they're not going to get it. Get another look at that one look of hesitation was enough for Beast to create space. Zone is flexing in interesting ways for the Braves as McCullough left wide open though. It's off target. Careful, this time driving on Chen. Scooping it up for a miss. Would have been very difficult as here come the Dreamers. Kenny to Ashi over to McCullough. A step back is off. Braves playing even faster. And it's Bearfield with a reverse. That's his first score on the game. Kenny dribbling into the defense. Now it's McCullough's turn over the top of Bearfield. Go-Wei getting it back and missing the bank shot. Quickly the other side. Kenny Chen with the interception. Numbers for the Dreamers as Ashi can't punish them. And McCullough fouled on the rebound. So I would say a decent break for the Braves, honestly. Giving up a open Ashi three, and then McCullough has the height advantage over Bearfield, but a whistle right away. That'll be the first Braves foul as you see Kenny kind of ambushing that put pass. Well, the zone only really works when the Dreamers give it to Do-Wei down low as he fumbled it in that first possession out of the timeout. Now at the high post, a quick kick out to Chen and almost got it off the window. One thing that the Braves didn't do well in the first half against the Lioneers, they slowed themselves quite a bit. Here's Youngstream spinning, on Chen as Johnson crashes the board. And this time called out of bounds. Perhaps not the same circumstance as the previous situation with Beast. There might have been something there. But you can also give credit to the Dreamers' other defenders for denying all these passes. Missed there, and Do-Wei will force it off of Zhen Xiangjun. Another possession as maybe the Braves have an argument. Will not elect to use their challenge so early. McCullough at the high post. They used him a lot against the Lioneers zone defense as Chen floats it up and in. Chen Jie is one of those guards that gets some rotation, a lot of the rotation minutes off the bench for the Dreamers. They double it as Johnson thought about it, but over to Chen, and he knocks it down from the left corner. Quick counter though as Aji, a little bit too much on that three. Still a Dreamers 10-point lead as Bearfield catches and fires. As Bearfield comes down with it, a little 3-on-2, back to Zhen Xiangjun. And he will miss, but sometimes there to pick up his teammate. Zhen Xiangjun pump faking and getting the whistle. Catching McCullough down low. Another look at good creative pass, and Zhen Xiangjun trying to take it with courage, but perhaps he would be better off getting this shot off early for a floater. As you see, good recognition. Chen Xiangjun had such deep positioning, it's very hard to guard, but he leaves the first free throw short. Zimmerman is in for Johnson. This one's even further off, but a ricochet for the Brave. Fairfield on the free throw line. Trying to take on Doug. Braves zone kind of reformed as Hayden gets in the mid-range, off the glass and in. Had one of those last week against the Lioneers. I mean, funny enough, the 6 teams in the Plus League basically are in 2 pools these last couple of weekends. Fan already hit one earlier, and make it 2 in a row. Gilbeck has got good positioning, but an early whistle as Xiangjun wasn't playing him legally. And look at Hayden expertly maneuvering into the open space. Dreamers are crowded in that corner, and now they space it out. Kenny beating one with speed, then looking at the basket as Gilbeck could not follow it up, but he was fouled in the process. And quickly, the Braves are catching up in terms of team fouls on the quarter. You see Kenny beating his man and creating a rebounding mismatch and a rebounding foul, and kind of say a break for the Dreamers as the putback was no good. And the break for the Braves is the Dreamers will take it out of bounds off the baseline. A spinning pass to Walker, who saves it inbounds. Gilbeck going at Iboka. Hand comes in as Jeff Wu forcing a tough shot. And Hayden's there for another rebound. That's the 13th by the Dreamers. And Owako, he knocks it down. That's the way to punish a team who's not taking care of the basketball. And the Braves electing to call another timeout. So they've done a much better job to at least last to 4 minutes left in the first half, but being down by 15 and looking like they might not even cross the 30-point mark in a half. Is just not a good offensive basketball. I see Walko gave it up just to get it back. And in rhythm, makes it. He was over from the outside against the Lioneers, but in the game they won by a wide margin. The team probably doesn't mind that too much. Well, Randall Walko and Kenny Chen were definitely highlights for the Dreamers in the second season. There you see on the left side column, each scoring 11 points per game, but that has gone down quite a bit in this 4th season, at least to start the season. 8.6 points for Walko, 2.6 points per game for Kenny Chen. And on the season, if we kind of break down their shooting situation, Kenny is 3 for 12, so not even that many attempts. You can kind of tell that outside shot is, mechanics are not really lined up for Kenny. And Walko's side, 7 for 27, or about 26%, has been a lot more aggressive. 4 for 17 from beyond the arc. At least with the second quarter, you know Walko's numbers will be going up. Taking a quick peek at the chat. See some familiar names out there, Calvin and Matt. Jay. Welcome to the broadcast. Hopefully the rest of the game goes on a little bit more to be expected. For the first time, number 8, Zhou Hui. And we have in the mid-range, a back pass to Zimmerman. Back on Brandon Gilbert. That's not really in Zimmerman's scouting report, as spinning a wild hook shot on Gilbert, who kind of had the air knocked out. The Dreamers will be granted a substitution here. A little bit unlucky, but they do have 3 minutes to go in the half. So it's not like a one possession situation. There you see Zimmerman just kept going at Gilbert. He really stood him up. Zimmerman does shoot with his left hand, but that couldn't tell by that hook shot. Need to get the ball over the timeline. They just do. Of course, to the Braves' chagrin. Also given a screen by Doug. A little back. That one is off. Fairfield is short, and the rebound this time. When your guards are hanging in there, there's Hayden over to Walco. Well, the Dreamers have not had a hot shooting performance themselves, but again, their effort on the rebounds and their matching up on the defense has played a big role. Ball on the ground, and it will roll out to the corner, staying with the Braves. Looking at the box scores, which you can follow along, PLeagueofficial.com/game/433. Dreamers only shooting about 30 percentage points themselves. Then found with time running down, lets it fly and off the backboard and in. I'd say it's a lucky 3, but the Braves will sure take it. The deficit is now 12 points. Back to zone as we have 2 non-shooters on the side. And Walco lets it fly in a big flank. McCullough going to work on Iboka, leaves it back for Derek. Side fading shot is good. But just as the Braves might be a little lucky, do so too, and Doe, not enough resistance to Zimmerman coming through. Another look at the interesting flipping pass, and Doe just out of the reach of Bearfield, but then this time passing a little bit slow on Zimmerman, who completes the 3-point play. Started the game, but has had major struggles, but you could say that pretty much for everyone. Chris Johnson, for example, he's fresh in the game, 0 for 6. His 2 points coming at the line, though he does have a Braves high 8 rebounds. That's been big, as Walco's got the catch and shoot, and he bricks it. The 9th rebound on the game for Johnson. Tenfan, he's already hit 2, make it 3. Number 1, Tenfan Boyen is maybe to our surprise, but has been one of the bright spots for the Braves, forcing the Dreamers to call timeout. With a minute to go, the lead is only 8 points. So as poorly as the Braves have played through, shall we say, about 22 of the minutes, but this 23rd minute, forcing a miss and then a transition 3 has been positive. Take a look at the Tenfan scoring on the game. He's also out of Kingston University, but in his final year, actually played a lot of center. But in Liu Mengzu's 5-out offense, everyone's shooting perimeter shots. Was the second overall pick in the 2022 draft. Will be turning 24 years old in January. But had honestly a disappointing rookie season. Was able to score a lot, but time after time he found himself lost on the defensive end. Well, the scoring has really made a mark on this game. Just like that, he is the top scorer for the Braves. Because of his Mandarin name, Chen Boyan, one of the English names that the league and his agency have kind of thrown around is Phil. The next highest scorer for the Braves is Beast with 7. Handoff game. Kenny over to Walco. Back to McCullough, splitting 2 and missing the runner. Braves. Back to the trailing Johnson, spinning around. Gilbeck could not get it to fall, and Gilbeck will shovel pass it on to Walco with a quick take foul by the Braves. Copley electing to take the foul with so time left. That will mean about a 5-second shot clock to game clock difference. McCullough, he rises and fires and leaves it short, but Walco's there for the rebound. Don't have to hurry, but he'll be called out of bounds. Kind of unlucky there. Another effort play, and the Braves catch a break. Will have one more offensive possession. Braves will take Iboka out, and that means they have 5 shooters out there, but a full court to go. Up ahead to Jeff Wu, running low on time, overshoots the floater by quite a wide margin with Kenny giving chase. Well, the first half is in the books. The Dreamers and their Taidomo home opener are up 39-31 in this low-scoring affair. Take a break as we break things down at halftime.
抽出大奖了，是不是？
我觉得是抽出大奖的机会。我们现在要抽出2位台总加码的 logo shot 资格。
是的。
所以请大家听清楚了，如果喊到你的话，赶快等一下到我们右后方的出入口那边寻找我们的工作人员。好，抽2位喽。
而且要在现场，对不对？
没错，所以
唱名3次，如果你没有举手，让我们看到你的话，你就会错失10万块的机会哦。
没错，
所以耳朵打开。
好，来第一位1楼 A 区950，1楼 A 区950，
有没有在现场吗
？5排7号，5排7号，5排7号有没有？好，我现在先抽第2位。好，我们第2位是1楼 VIP 03区2排16号，2排16号。 VIP 区2排16号有没有在现场？
哦，2位都不在。
2位都不在吗
？2位都不在的话，就是继续抽下去喽。
对，好，那我们壮壮帮我们抽一下。
好，
再抽2位。
再抽2位，你的10万块。这个也算吗？还是这也是？哦，电子票的，然后他的手机后4码是1158，感觉是赖同学，有在现场吗？1158赖同学，有吗？在哪里？有吗？好，欢迎下来，你有机会得到10万块，恭喜你！
好，我们这边也有1位吗？有了吗？有了吗？
好，我们验票时间，因为2位 logo shot 我们要验明正身，才有办法再进行我们今天的投篮，把加码的10万主场带回家。
没错，在这个时候呢，刚刚第2节中间，如果你们有玩我们 Area 02突袭任务的话，这个时候我们的 LINE 的讯息已经回传了。
是的，
可以拿出你们的手机检查一下，你是不是那个。
Welcome back to the broadcast. This season's new Plus League merch is out. Head to pleagueofficial.com/shop. On the Mandarin broadcasts, it's Jia Fan on the left and Tai Jingjing on the right. I'm your English broadcaster, commentator Ryan Chen. And, well, let's put it out there. The season low scoring is by the Lioneers with 73 points. And the Braves average 50.5 points. The Dreamers average 42 points in the second half. And if you look at points allowed, they each allow 45 points. So there's a okay chance that we don't set a new low mark. There's the combined team scoring statistics where about 25% or 6 for 25 for the Braves is actually kind of their saving grace on the game. The Dreamers have out-rebounded them 40-30. There you see on the 4th row down. Not a lot of assists, but also not that many turnovers. Though, of course, I'm sure both teams are not super happy with how their offense is running. Though the Dreamers can take solace in the fact that a lot of their missed twos are coming off of offensive putback opportunities. And what's not on the combined team statistics is the difference in free throw attempts. The Braves are 3 for 6. The Dreamers are 7 for 14. So the Dreamers are actually leaving quite a few points on the board, though they have been more aggressive going to the basket. Leading scorers for the Braves starts with Chen, who's got 3 made threes. B scored, I believe, all 7 points in the first quarter. Jeff Wu got the start with 6. Zimmerman with only 3, and Iboka coming off the bench. He had an and one opportunity. On the Dreamer side, it's a little bit more even across the board. Julian Boyd getting the start, 7 points. McCullough 6. Aji with 5. Brennan Gilbeck with 5. And Randall Walko with 5 points. So both teams not shooting well. And so plays like this by Aji really kind of become the difference as a broken play turns into a putback dunk for Gilbeck. And as mentioned, the Braves who can hit their threes between Jeff Wu, between Beast and Bill, Chen Fan Boyan has at least kept him in the ball game. So scoring in the paint has been difficult, but the Braves have not even had that many paint touches. Once they had one against the Dreamers zone defense, it was Johnson at the high post looking for Iboka down low. Once that worked, the Braves immediately changed to man defense. So maybe Zhengshan Jun, instead of standing on the baseline in the corners, might want to float into the middle. One thing's definitely been apparent in the game is the Dreamers import defense is holding up a lot better inside the paint against the Braves than vice versa. But the Dreamers do have a little bit of foul trouble on their side with Julian Boyd with 3 personal fouls. Gilbeck had a couple early. And so that means Derek Lidoe has been pushed into service. And he's been a team low, -9 out there. So if you're Jamie Proman, it's definitely minutes you want to be paying close attention to. He does have that one floating jump shot for a score on the game. Meanwhile, on the Braves side, all 14 players have made it on the floor, but they have not developed great rhythm. Their best plus-minus is Zokwe, who came in later in the game. There's only 1 floater shot attempt. We'll go to break before the Dreamers tell us more about their weekend promotions.
要丢的话，请进入圈圈内。
哎呦，僵持哦，僵持。
还有手上绿队，手上
感觉绿队攻击性很强，白队走防守的一个战术哦。小心哦，绿队不要踩线哦，绿队踩线不要，绿队女孩不要踩线。
你的脚哦，这边有人好像有打到，好像有打到。哦，很期待等一下的分数。
是。
手上还有球吗？
还有球吗？
好，我们这位球迷还有，他要不要恭喜呢？
哎呦，打到，
很棒很棒。好，我们时间到，好，我们现在把时间交给工作人员，让他们来计分一下。
是的，这个混乱大战，连我也觉得好难计分哦。
而且很刺激，
很刺激，
感觉是满头大汗。
我以为是很难丢中，因为距离很近，但没想到球那么小颗，很难投中哎。
真的非常难哎。
对。哇！
好，我们来公布一下，我们白队获得7分
，7分 ，Lucky 7。
那我们绿队呢，获得8分。
8分，恭喜绿队获胜，恭喜你们！
恭喜！哎，不过白队不要气馁，你们刚刚很卖力的跑，
是，
所以你们都可以获得我们跑得快套餐1份，法大大清，恭喜！
来，我们来中间合照一张。
好，我们都一起来中间合照一张。来，
恭喜你们！
来，中间。
来，绿队可以得到我们这个由 Snow In 所提供的免费体验室内滑雪。
好，我们看向前方的摄影机，1、2、3，盖章，1、2、3。
谢谢。
好，谢谢我们的球迷朋友。
谢谢你们。那也可以到后方找我们的工作人员去领取我们今天的奖品。
没错，今天中场真的活动满满。
是的，那剩下到现在是倒数5分钟，最后2分钟的时候就是我们的加码10万元的 logo shot。
是的，好，我们在进场前呢，今天大家在入口处，我们有给大家写下一些对球迷们传情的小卡。
是的。
好，今天我们就来帮这些球迷念出来，
传递爱的时候了。
是的，我们把你们的爱传给我们的梦想家球员们。
好，
我们的 Merry Message。好，来了哦，我们的球员现在已经出来热身了。
是表示他们听得到你们为他传递的爱。
是的，是的，我们可以来稍微的念一下，念给他们听。好，我来拿一下这些。
大家好，我们是 Formosa Sexy， 我是队长子子，
我是副队长露米。
耶！圣诞节到了，今天呢，在我们我梦的商品部带大家来逛街喽。
Let's go！
这是我们这一季呢最新推出的大学 T， 除了这个颜色之外呢，还有这个是这一次的主场才推出的哦，米白配上绿色，非常的有圣诞氛围。还有我们的 T 恤以及
球迷超玩已久的 C 套球衣，
大家赶快来买哦。
以及还有，
当然是我们今年的最新的女孩组视觉，总共有18位哦，大家赶快来买。Merry Dreamers！ 这 2天进场的朋友呢，可以跟我们一起玩大型的
交换礼物。
除了球员呢有准备礼物之外，我们女孩也有准备哦，而且赞助厂商还有加码，超多的礼物。这2天进场的朋友都可以拿到礼物哦，以及我们现场还有可爱的小活动。
现场呢还有手做饼干跟卡片活动，赶快来参与，
等你们来参加哦！
耶！
好的，我们这边有我们的圣诞传情，由我们的丹尼来为大家传出我们的家人朋友对球员的爱。
没错。好，来第一位给老吴，
是的。
老吴加油，带我们前进总冠军，冲啊！
冲！加油，老吴！希望他有收到。
没错，来自我们的黄同学。
是。
好，给麦卡洛的 To Chris。我男友带我来看球赛，但一看就觉得你很厉害，加油哦！我会当你的忠实 fans。
加油！
好，这位是我们徐同学，给我们阿吉的，我们同岁，也一样热爱篮球，勇敢的出手吧，你将来一定是台湾最强的后卫。
哇，加油加油！
2, 4, 6, 8. Watch his factory so they appreciate. Crown in my hand and I'm really playing. Keep away. Shit don't even usually get this big without a beaver face. Nah, piece of cake. Nah, Turks and cake.
好，给盛燕，盛燕加油，继续努力，期待你每次的上场。来自我们黄同学，好，来给我们的 Walko，Welcome back and play well to Walko。好，这就是我们的 Mary 小卡啦，谢谢大家。
谢谢。最后1分钟倒数20秒，19，我们2位幸运加码10万元的幸运得主已经在我们场边 stand by 了吗？来，同学。这2位没有。来
2位球迷朋友到我们的中场
准备。
看看右边我们的凯总加码的 logo shot。
是，目前还没有人把10万块拿走。
没错，彰化场还没有，希望在台中有人可以把它拿走。好，
一人只有1球的机会哦。
好，我跟你讲，简单讲解一下规则。等一下你要助跑 ，OK， 不要超过中线就好。助跑 OK， 单手 OK， 双手 OK， 只要可以投进就是好球。
只要投进就抱走10万元。
来，我们现场球迷帮他加油一下，好不好？
加油！差一点点。
力道不错，但
我帮你加油，你待会修左边一点。
对，
力气可以插过去就好了。
投进就是10万块，就是你的。
10万把它带走。
10万，
加油！
准备好了吗？
This season, the Plus League launched the Quan and Ryan Show, talking about the East Asia Super League and basketball in the region. Subscribe so you don't miss out. As before the action gets started, Jonathan Han put up a big purse for a half-court shot made, and well, maybe it was on the right line, but it was not that close. So maybe next time, fans. But it doesn't look that far off from the shooting performance we've had so far in the game. The Braves only 11 for 48. And the Dreamers side, they are 14 for, let me check my math, 46 according to our website, 47 according to our broadcast crew, shown in an earlier graphic at halftime. And like I said, one of the big, almost surprising things on the game is that the two teams have not had that many turnovers on the game. So it's not like they're immediately giving it to their opponents. They are taking their shots, but missing. If you can compliment the Dreamers imports for all getting double-doubles in the last game against the Lioneers, well, funny enough, all 3 imports, according to our stats keeper in the arena, already have 10 rebounds apiece. The lowest scoring game, I believe, is 164 points. And it is on track to beat that mark in the action we've had so far. The Braves are electing to settle for a lot of threes on the outside. And so far, their locals are the only ones to have made any. For the Dreamers, the same starting set. And for the Brave side, Beast and Lai Ting-en are in there. Kenny floats it up and in. Good start for the Dreamers, who have often actually kind of fallen on some low-scoring third quarters. Lai Ting-en driving, and that one slips out of bounds. They say it's off of a Dreamer as he ran into Gilbeck down low. Another look at nice hesitation, and Boyd actually caused that turnover. Oh. The Dreamers in third quarters, in a small sample size, averaging 19 points per game in the third. That's second lowest to the Lioneers as Lai Ting-en strips it from Boyd. Gets it back and over the head. The ball doesn't bounce his way. Bearfield, quick shovel to shout over Gilbeck. No. Also there for the rebound. The whistle as Gilbeck was fighting for position. Again, this is Chen Xiangju. That'll put him at, looking up correctly, 2 personal fouls now. See, previously it was Kenny Chen, and the ball just not bouncing away. Maybe they'll blame the sticker. In season 3, if the Dreamers scored more than 26, they were 9 wins and 2 losses. If less than 22, 5 wins and 5 losses. There's a rebounding foul. So it will stay with the Dreamers. Get another look at Chen Xiangju keeping a hand on the shoulder, and a good catch by the referee then. Boyd saving it in bounds, but the Braves in their zone defense keeping Kenny open, and a travel called against the Dreamers. If it wasn't for that, it could have been a 3-second violation. Dono is in there. Have a mismatch, but Shizono has to get out of the way. Beat from inside. A strip by Boyd. That's the second one on the quarter. Ooh, can't get the lift, but Gilbeck's there. And a two-handed slam. Another putback for Big B. Down low, Zimmerman crashing his way to a foul by Gilbeck. Some resistance from the Dreamers bench, but Gilbeck pats his chest, admitting he could probably be a little bit earlier. Another look at Gilbeck, indeed kind of crowding the space. He was vertical, but it's also the bump down low, and that 3 or 4 bounces, Zimmerman drops in that free throw. 3 personal for Gilbeck. This time the ball bounces out. This time a Boyd left open at the high post, and he drains the 2. Looking for the left, Fairfield's in and out. And Boyd, tough rebound down low. Thought he was hit a couple times. That one short, but Kenny neighborhood and a foot on the line. Take a look so far to see him almost run into the tunnels behind us. Getting a look at the miscommunication. Shiazomo and Zimmerman trying to match up. Now working left over Zimmerman, deep over at 45, and probably could have took a step in. Boy, stop by Dogoyer. He and Bearfield at the top of the zone. Beast and Jimmy lower as now they flex it, leaving Achi wide open. That's definitely a collision down low between Shiazomo and Boyd and our crew chief over here right in front of these seats that the Dreamers now placed starting last year's playoff. There you see the tangle for the rebound, and there's two guys going after the basketball. No foul called, though make the argument for it if you're Boyd and the Dreamers. Thankfully everybody's okay to keep going. Again, this time he hits. Achi now quickly up to 8 points. He's crossover step back. He counters with a 3. That's a vintage move for number 12. Achi pump fake now. And follows his own shot with a putback. A 15-point lead for the Dreamers. We do have a mismatch, but Bearfield's not going for it. He'll try to get Brandon Gilbeck on an island. Step back to a pass, and they say it's off of Zimmerman. And a substitution as the Braves only left with 1.9 on the shot clock. A look at him hitting the moves on Orlando Walker, who's also a strong defender himself. On the other side, it was Achi. Very long time, but big catch and shoot, and almost made it was Beast. But now, numbers for the Dreamers. Achi almost caught him in the air. Takes one defender and gets the lucky bounce. Yes. That's putting luck and skill together. Not elevate in the air and get called for the travel. Shiazomo's got an open three on the left side, and that one is a swish. Last season, Shiazomo, number 15 for the Braves, missed all 5 of his 3-pointers. Not a big sample as Achi knifing his way to the basket. And the Dreamers feeling it, finding themselves up by 17, forcing the Braves to a timeout right before we get under 7 minutes left. It's the Dreamers trying to get a victory on Taichung's home opener here in the Plus League.
来了！啊，跟着我们的 Formosa Sexy 一起举起你们手中的折扇，一起帮我们梦想家加油，好不好？来，把你的折扇举起来，一起支持我们梦想家的球员。然后，如果你今天穿的跟圣诞节有关系的话，也不吝啬 秀出你们圣诞节的装扮。
If you want to see more Plus League tonight, the Steelers open up at home against the Pilots, trying to avenge a very big margin of a loss in the last time they played against the Pilots to open up the season at home in Kaohsiung. So far in this third quarter, it's been the Ling Junji show. He has 9 points on the quarter, including 7 straight to force the Braves into a timeout. Despite having 2 turnovers on the quarter, the Dreamers have a 15-6 run going for them. Let's check out the personnel changes for the Braves, and there are none. Chris Johnson doubled up, taking a tough fadeaway shot, but blocked by Gilbeck. Left behind is going to be 4 Braves against 5 Dreamers. They finally go Gilbeck's way. And a whistle first. It's going to be a 3-second violation. They did have Shids alone down low, but Chris Johnson, when he joined the picture, forced it into a unsuccessful up and under situation. Fade away for Beast, and that one's a pure 3 on the Iverson cut. Very high degree of difficulty. Another look as, again, it's Walco in coverage. Stay low for the possible drive. And McCullough taking contact, finishing anyways. Now Spearfield's got a lane as he beats Gilbeck with the reverse. Good use of the other side of the rim. Achi with the step back, and Walco in the midst. He gets another board. And Walco now on the game has 7 rebounds. And swinging around as Achi. McCullough to Gilbeck. So close. That was a pretty good play, but you can give credit to the Braves for timing up their contest just right. Missed opportunity for the Dreamers. If you're just tuning in, wearing a new forest green Seatown jerseys after last year, the year before, having that split vertically black and green or green and white jerseys, which is very hard for the referees in the scores table. East to the high post, but forced into a turnover. Numbers for the Dreamers as Chen stumbling to a miss. Gilbert's right there and right down the house. Chen and McCullough going to the floor. But a big dunk like that will give him a chance to get back. Fairfield not successful this time as Johnson kind of crashed into there by McCullough and Gilbeck. Will earn himself a trip to the line, but it's really a hard work. Hard sledding for the Braves, as you see. Being there at the right time really is important. 2 small Braves and Jimmy joining in a little late. Johnson drains the first one. His third point. And now 4. All coming from the free throw line. Achi and Gilbeck will go off together. Aiden will run the show. Avoided a little push, McCullough fires away, and that's nothing but net. minutes to go. This quarter has been more offensive, but there's a turnover. Chris Johnson right at the hands of Hayden. And he flipping it up and almost in. I don't even think he had any space against Bearfield, but there he was. Right into the hoop. This runner, teardrop is good. Etienne, despite never really fully becoming a starter, really count on him every time off the bench. Feeling it. Maybe a long rebound to set at number 0, Etienne. Now it's Bearfield's turn. And an impossible angle off the backboard. Somehow gets it to fall. So the Braves still with a pair in the game, down by 13. Deflected pass, but Boyd has it. Out to J10 from 35 feet. Or excuse me, 25. I guess I wouldn't know how far it is in meters. Johnson stopped by Boyd and floats it over him with a right-handed hook. Chris Johnson scoring is kind of come alive here in the third quarter. Now with 4 points. Spaces out as J10 from the left side, another miss. Airfield, he'll try the runner, miss. And despite Shades only his hand, it's the Dreamers going down on the fast break, flipping it up and in. Kenny Chen with a finger roll. Quarter, they're only 2 for 8 from beyond the arc, but 8 for 12 inside, thanks to a lot of these fast break opportunities. 2 minutes to go in the third. Big spacing for the Dreamers. Denny to Boyd, and Boyd. That one was close, but in and out. Quickly, some fans got position. There's a whistle. This shot, probably should have had that one so close to the basket on Tentenjia. Braves will get Zimmerman and Jeff Wu in there. What's got to be worrisome is Achi, after a little bit of rest, is in there with 1:35. Now reaching a double-digit scoring. The second break to do so after Beast's 3-pointer brought him to 12. Makes a couple. I think it's safe to say having the best game of his sophomore season. And a small sample, of course. Looks like we have a clock issue. Looks like they'll be going to monitor, so a little bit of a stoppage in the game. There's only 14 left on the clock, which is kind of curious because the Braves got to pass the Dreamers got to pass the timeline after kind of a big inbound. So Roger will get his boys together in front of their bench, and Aji will call a team meeting in the middle of the floor. Well, tomorrow's another Plus League game day. Dreamers face the Lioneers here in Taichung, and the Kings take their undefeated record down to Kaohsiung against the Steelers. There you see 24 on the shot clock. That is correct. So the ball is inbounded, and once it touches Dreamers, it can start counting down. Oh, cameraman. Oh, whoa. Don't need to see that. Well, not that it was inappropriate, just we don't get any information out of it. So if they can simultaneously put on the shot clock and the inbound situation, because once Boyd touches the basketball, both the game clock and the shot clock can start running. But then when the referee stops play is kind of the key moment. Of course, most memorably in the Plus League, we had the one-time additional time on the clock in Taoyuan between the Pilots and the new Taipei Kings. One thing of note is the presence of import players now. With that 3 can dress, 2 can be on the floor. And they look like they put 1 more second on the shot clock. So no more time, or no less time on the game clock. Boyd hand off to Doug. Go back and forth with Aji. That's Boyd in the corner, and it's wet. Referee's doing Boyd's total to 12 points. Dreamers do a pretty good job matching up, leaving Zimmerman on the perimeter. Jeff Wu slip past Zimmerman, leading the contact and laying it in with the left hand. Pretty smart play, good sense of presence. Well, the Braves locals take 59% of their shots before this afternoon, the highest in the Plus League. 48.3 attempts as Boyd stripped by Lightingham, a little 2-on-1. Makes the pass and lays it in. Kind of impressed by of himself, cutting the deficit down to 10. These are the highest marks for the Braves. Last season, they were only 4th. For Aji, jump past to Doug. Over to Boyd, over committed by Zimmerman. Foul. Third from the line, but a good rotational play for the Dreamers. Finding the open man in the corner and had a 1-step leverage, and Johnson just did enough to foul him and force the miss. Well, anyways, the Dreamers locals only score about 39 points per game, which is the lowest in the Plus League. They're kind of looking for a little bit more efficiency, and that's what we're kind of speaking to Randall Walco and Kenny Chen as starters more often than not. Help out their team by putting the basketball in the hoop. A little bit more efficient rate as Boyd misses the free throw, but Doug gets it down. Good job to even put a shot up. The Dreamers will take a 67-56 lead into the 4th and final frame of this one.
Girls.
This is Ariana Grande. Merry Christmas, everybody.
That I remember, I wish I could forget what you did last December. You left my heart a mess. Boy, you blew it. How could you do it? Do it, do it, do it. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save it from tears, I'll give it to someone special. You get it.
Yes, thank you, girls. 球迷朋友也拿到法香的帽子喽，把时间交给丹宁。
好，那个赛前如果有梦想家人们有玩交换礼物，已经把礼物交出去的，可以趁我们节间的时候，趁现在节间的时候去领取你的礼物，到我们互动区去领取你的礼物。 才不会在赛后的时候。
Plus League 球迷 Oh My Basketball 是我本人在 Ivy Bar 学英语吧教你的篮球的英文术语，欢迎大家点资讯栏的连结一起学习。Merry Dreamers is the theme this weekend. As you can guess, which team is putting it on. Gonna be very festive. The lowest scoring game actually early in the season was the Dreamers and Braves game. Last time they matched up, but in Zhanghua, only 175 combined points, but that was overtaken by the Dreamers Lioneers game last weekend, 1-64, and we are on our way for this one. Might be kind of a small change of fortune as a foul by the Dreamers, rebounding with Zimmerman getting control of it. Jeff Wu to Chen Fan. His feed and misses short with the rebound. McCullough fancy dribble, but do the turnover this time with the right-handed layup. So Chen Fan continues his strong scoring game. Had a decent look, three, then able to finish the layup as McCullough bottoms a mid-range shot. Decent answer. So far in the season, nobody's overcome such a big deficit at the start of the fourth as Johnson shows off the pull-up move. Over the head of Achi. You're not the tall guy on the other side. It's 173-centimeter Achi over there as Jamie Proman is not so happy with what he's seen from the team. He'll call an early timeout. Braves inching closer and closer. The game right now is 9 points with under 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Take a little break before we're back to the action.
Oh, 来喽！我们的球迷朋友跟着我们 like 一起，我无所惧，准备把你们的折扇呢，各位把你们的折扇准备举起来哦。 或者是，如果你们有圣诞帽、圣诞节的装饰，都可以举起来。好，准备了。好，来了，一起举起来，我无所惧。可以有应援的毛巾，来，我们举高，让大家看一下。好，这位球迷朋友，你的折扇，让我一起看到，我无所惧。 如果有折扇的梦想家人们，让我们看到你们的折扇。
The new Taipei Kings took another East Asia Super League victory at home last Wednesday against the visiting Morocco Bulls. Next up is the Braves on December 20th at the Santa Rosa Sports Complex in the Philippines to take on TNT Chopan Giga. The final game of the head-to-head between those two squads. Looking up last season's box scores, Chen Fan Boyan's highest scoring game was 18 points against the Steelers, but that was at home at Taipei Heping Gymnasium. So far in the game, he's got himself 13. Seems to be one of the few Braves that you're confident shooting the basketball. Flashes inside, but it's Johnson trying to put a big move on McCullough. And got it to fall. Coming alive in the second half. Johnson now with 2 made baskets. None of them easy, but Chris trying to get one back. Fighting for the rebound and to Gilbeck, and a foul from the side is Jeff Wu coming down to help. Initially going with power, then spinning into finesse. What a beauty. Over on the other side. This time, Gilbeck again crashing the board, but another missed free throw. So on the game, Dreamers are still hovering around 50% from the charity stripe. And Gilbeck in particular, 1 for 6. Closing the space off against Zimmerman. As Jeff Wu lost the dribble. It looks like it'll be a jump ball situation as playing through it. Former teammates Jeff Wu and Gilbeck tussled up together. Different guys. Last season it was Chris Johnson and Brandon Gilbeck. But unlike that time, no technical fouls afterwards. I was surprised that Gilbeck kind of reacted a little late to it. Gotta check everybody's ears on a play like that. It will be Dreamers basketball after, I guess we can give credit for Gilbeck there, though it doesn't result in any change of possession. Jump pass to Doug, but they leave McCullough wide open. Johnson couldn't get his hands around to corral the basketball. It'll be another Dreamers possession. Look, Johnson actually jumped up to distract the eyesight of McCullough, but that left him in a very deep position to rebound. Right out of the inbound, Boyd with an easy 10-footer. I don't even think he took to the air. Johnson rolling to the right. One bouncing out. All goes to Boyd. A little bit strong. Johnson and Chen on the side as Chen goes to the mid-range. Butter. Game number 1 Chen Boyan is having. That is not exactly the Jinxing Brave we thought. Doug will miss and Mai Tian will save it to a teammate. Wasn't sure who was it off of. Keeping the feet moving. Chen Boyan and him get it down to Zimmerman, backing down Gilbeck. Alex hitting the other side, wildly missing with the right hand this time. Boyd beats everybody to the hoop and one. Zimmerman and Johnson were so concerned with Gilbeck crashing through. There you see on screen that everybody left Julian Boyd alone. It was a foul by Chen Fan, or you can say by Johnson on the follow-up. Great recognition by Achi, too, to deliver a dime. And he does get 3 points out of it. Referees are trying to get situated as the Dreamers now going with a very small guard lineup. Aji guarding Lai Tingun, Hayden guarding Zokoir, and Chen Zhenjie guarding Chen Fan. But it's Chris Johnson from center. This is a free scramble for the rebound, won by the little Dreamers out there. Take a look, and Zimmerman will track it down. From the right side baseline, he is hot. That's really his spot. Defense as now it's Gilbeck's turn. Dribble pull up. Deep pass, but Zimmerman can't handle it. They do call it off of a Dreamer, but Julian Boyd going right to the referees who have a little confidence. They do have their challenges in their pocket that they could take. Looks like they'll confirm it for the Braves, but substitutions for the Braves. Looks like Perlman won't elect to challenge this. The lead is only 8 points right now. East is in for Chen Fan, who's probably a little bit winded. Zimmerman loses the handle of it. Way downtown. Nothing gets this Dreamers crowd going like number 11 shooting the 3-ball. Right now in some pain though, trying to keep up with Lightingun. Beast finally flips it, but Zimmerman not on the same page. Boyd saves it from going out of the turning and missing. A break for the Braves. Trying to play one-on-one. Not a lot of team offense. Very far. Frustrated Johnson. Probably thought he got pushed somewhere, but it's Dreamers basketball. Finally buries one. That'll make it an 11-point, make that 14-point lead for the Dreamers, and the Braves call a timeout with 6 minutes to go in the game. Like I said, I think this is the first time they're playing. The Dreamers are with 3 smaller guards out there, and it's working wonders right now. First it was Aji with a 3, then Chen Zhenjie. But his first one on the game was previously 0 for 4. So talk about the scoring across the board. 18 plus 13 plus 9, 40 points for the Dreamers imports. That means 40 points for their locals. A balanced and a nutritious diet on the home team side. Meanwhile, on the Brave side, Chen Fan and Beast combined for 27 points, but Johnson's the only other with double-digit scoring. Zimmerman and Bearfield combined for 12 points, so 24 for the Braves out of their 60 6 points. But the imports combined to shoot only, these are big numbers, 9 for 40 shots. So out of the timeout, Randall Walco is in for Achi. Johnson bumps him out of the way, but can't beat the wall of Dreamers defenders. Fourth quarter, only Johnson and Senfan have scored for the team in white. Hayden tried to sneak a pass in as just out of the reach of Boyd. Give our Mandarin broadcasters a scare. Line change for the Braves. TJ, Bearfield, and Jimmy in. He's again on the Iverson Cup, but Walco does a good job staying tight. Here's Omo. Stopped by Gilbeck, over to Beast. Pass to Jimmy. And did get over Gilbeck, but it will fall into the hands of Gilbeck behind the basket. That was a lucky bounce. Gilbeck will try to work its way to the leader of rebounds of the season. Did not finish the dunk, but a trip to the free throw line. He actually does lead with 12 per game. Here's Isef, member of the Braves for all 3 seasons, and you see the hand fighting eventually called for Gilbeck as Johnson fouled him with the basketball. The Braves elected to call another timeout. They have not closed the gap. In fact, there's been no scoring for a little bit more than a minute. One thing we've noticed about the Braves last 2 seasons, we did mention that they do play a lot stronger after Lunar New Year's. In the second season, they improved their record to 10-6 in the second half, and it was an even more dramatic improvement last season where they were 18-7. If you're looking at the calendar, Lunar New Year's falls on February 8th. 2024 will go through February 14th according to the national holidays. The Braves do have a home game against the Anyang Red Boosters at Hoping Gymnasium the day before. You really can't chalk this one up to being kind of the Braves playing a rotational side. They've just not been as good as the Dreamers. And so much for that 73% at the line coming into this afternoon. You go back to the free throw drawing board for Gilbeck. Overcorrects and leaves it short. Nine for 21, and kind of the only reason the Braves even have a prayer under 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Fairfield's Plus League debut is not been off to a good start. 4 minutes to turn around. He's got a flare screen, 2 on him. TJ, foot on the point line, gets it to fall. Finally, one of those rattlers that goes down. Aji and Gilbeck on the side as Aiden cuts through. Wrong with a handoff there, and it's going to be a Dreamers turnover. As mentioned, there's not been a ton on the game. But now the Dreamers now have 14 as not secure with a catch. Braves get their handoff right as TJ stripped from the side and fouled. It's only the third by the Dreamers. Fairfield, good denial by Hayden. The dribble alive and another foul. It's going to be another sideline out of bounds. This time it's Gilbeck who counters with the block after the whistle. The signature move of Chris Johnson. Quickly inbounds, TJ gets it back. Big bounce out for Lee G to collect. His 5th rebound on the game. Also has 4 assists and has, of course, 17 points. Big shot and puts it up. He'll have to earn it from the free throw line. There was Chris Johnson, who he faked out. Look at the arm down. Yeah. This looks like a foul to me. But as long as you can make your shots at that range, you become a threat, and that's where the defense has to overcommit. Looks like the referees will go to the monitor to take a look. It has been a pretty hotly contested game. Certainly a healthy dose of frustration for both teams. And it looks like it'll just be a common foul. That was a pretty quick review by the officials. So with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, one of the key points I wrote down was the Dreamers last year took a step back in terms of defending home court. A 12-8 record, only plus 3.1, was about in line with the season's home record across the Plus League at about 59% winning percentage, as opposed to their best ever home season, where they were 11-4 in season 2, plus 8.3 points per game over their opponents on average. Aji hits the first free throw. And that was a season where the home winning percentage was under 50%. But if you look a little further to the first season, the only season they played in Changhua, in the Plus League that is, they were a Changhua team during the ABL times. 6 wins, 6 losses, minus 1.9. But of course, it's a whole new season that'll play out here between these two reports. The biggest point though is their defense. Season 2 only allowing 85 points per game at home, the lowest in the Plus League, almost 5 points better than the Lioneers, 89.4. Good help defense to force a missed pass. Over Randall Walko, he's wide open. Feeling it, everyone's getting on the action. Randall Walko now with 8 points to his name. By by my count. 9 Dreamers on the board. Foul on the perimeter, though. Gonna look at the Braves defense not getting back, leaving one wide open. Substitutions for the Braves, but Beast will stay in. Well, Chen at the bench trying to replace his veteran teammate at the line. TJ turned 41 years old during the finals. Does dutifully get the second and will head to the bench perhaps for the last time on the game. Boyd finally joins the action with a head of steam with a left-handed scoop. Wow. Okay, maybe that's an intentional thing. I thought it was weird how late he joined the offense. Let's get the call downhill. Then found in left corner, just beating the shot blocker, and wow, from the corner, Chen Boyin now has tied his personal high in the Plus League. Still a big lead for the Dreamers. Walko puts it up over Chen. Through pass to Chris Johnson with a little Showtime slam. The assist gonna go to TJ. But in a minute and a half left to go, barring something insane, seems like the Dreamers notch themselves a victory. Aiden will try from the corner. No good, but a effort rebound there. You probably give Aji most of the credit. Just fighting teams all to that one, and Boyd, the lucky recipient. He'll try from the right corner, and a perfect splash for Julian Boyd. Just like that. Now bringing his point total up to 23. And with the results of the game pretty much in hand, more cosmetic substitutions for both teams. Out to Johnson, can't answer, and fresh in the game, Doway grabs himself the rebound. With this victory, the Dreamers will move to 3 wins and 1 loss. Still second, but at least a half game closer to the Kings, who will play tomorrow night against the Steelers. Boyd driving and called for the travel. I'd like to take another look at that one, but doesn't look like it'll affect the results of the game. One more shot for the Braves, and this one's going to be in the books. The Dreamers eventually finding a scoring touch in the second half. Combined now 51 points. Zimmerman lays it in, holding the Braves though to an 8-point first quarter and a 20-point fourth quarter. They don't set the low scoring number for the season, but a victory is a victory, and at least the first half of this Christmas-themed weekend, the Dreamers get the victory. They have another game tomorrow night against the Lioneers. Let's see how they manage on this quick turnaround. And for For the Dreamers, it's a lot of the usual suspects. Mentioned Julian Boyd, 23 points, now 17 rebounds on his night. Anchi, of course, the assassin that he is, with 19 points. And looking at the box score, 14 of those came in the second half to really keep the Braves at bay. McCullough also chipped in with a double-double of 13 points and 13 rebounds. Meanwhile, on the Braves side, top scorer was Chen Boyan with 18 points, knocking down 4 3-pointers. He was the most lethal shooter from the perimeter in a game where the three-point percentage was in the mid-20s. But with Oshefu already let go by the Lioneers, kind of start thinking if other teams are kind of wondering about their import portion of the roster. Dreamers will head off to the locker room. We'll see who's the player to be interviewed in the post game of this one. So the Braves still in search of some rhythm, having defeated only a discombobulated Steelers team on the opening Sunday. And then as of right now, a pretty downtrodden Lioneers team last Sunday on the road. There's Julian Boyd.
I hear you, baby, I hear you.
Tai Jingjing asking about the winning streak for the Dreamers.
I mean, it means a lot. Like I've said in a lot of interviews before, I'm back here for a mission. I'm back here to win a championship. And this team we have, we're all fighters, man. We're all fighters. We all know how to play the game of basketball. And this team is equipped to go get a championship, man. And it means a lot to start like this for myself and for the team. And consistency is my word that I tell myself every day this year, man. Got to keep it consistent, do this every day, and we'll come out with what we want to come out with at the end of the season.
Now asked about how to match up with Johnson.
It's a good matchup. He's a good player who's capable of a lot of things. He can shoot the ball, he can drive, he can obviously jump out the gym. So my thing today is just come in and try and play physical with him, try and keep him out the paint. And he, in the fourth quarter, fourth quarter, he started heating up a little bit. He's a good player, you're going to do that. But I think overall was a good way to limit him on a lot of things today. And like I said, just come out for me. It's all about effort, all about fighting. And we shut that down today, which is good. Came out with the win, which is the most important. Oh, I mean, that's it. I want this streak to go as long as possible. I'm trying to get it 4, 5, 6, 7, but not trying to look ahead. Every game is going to be a tough game in this league. So tomorrow we come back, we play hard again, get it to number 4, and then we move on to next week. Thank you.
Well, thanks to JB for joining our post-game coverage. And thanks to Tai Jingjing for conducting the post-game. And the Dreamers have been a Plus League playoff contender every single year in the Plus League of 3 seasons, but have not made the finals since year 1, where they lost to the Braves, with the final 2 games coming at Zhanghua County Stadium. They're trying to avenge that record in their history book. They did make the playoffs in the ABL as a 1 seed previously. Well, I think consistent physical effort is really a theme for the Dreamers in this one. In the end, they did not out-rebound the Braves, but in the first half, you really felt like that was a real big difference. Well, check that. 46 rebounds for the Braves in this one, 71 for the Dreamers. Sorry, I was looking at the previous game. And again, their imports really mostly carry the load on that end, and their local players do a great job distributing the ball. We'll go to a break before finally wrapping things up from Taichung, where the Dreamers are victorious on a Taichung home opener.
shoot babies in it, but she ate them for dinner. She a baby killer, I'ma make her run laugh like track. Put my pics up in her lap like a Mac. Ooh.
Yeah, shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Come on, give it to me. I'ma make it clap, clap, clap. Ain't no itty bitty. If you got a nap, I'ma sit real pretty. I'ma make it clap, clap, clap. Ain't no itty bitty. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Come on, give it to me. You can drink it straight from the tap. You can kitty, kitty. Catch it if I throw it back. It's a 50-50. I'ma make it clap, clap, clap.
Need a chick up. Need a chick who put up with my shit. Need a chick who look better than her pics. Need a chick who could take the whole dick. I don't wanna call you bitch, but if you gon' be my bitch, then you gotta hold it down, 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 down. Then you gotta hold it down, 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 down. Then you gotta hold it down. Stay 100 with me even when I ain't around. You wanna be the queen, yeah, you wanna wear the crown. You want that new Benz, wanna slide around the town, and you gotta hold it down, 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 down. Stay 100 with me even when I ain't around. You wanna be the queen, yeah, you wanna wear the crown. You want that new Benz, wanna slide around the town, and you gotta hold it down, 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 down. Even when it's bad, can't be out here giving up my pussy 'cause you mad. You should hold it down. I shouldn't have to ask, 'cause if you a 10 but you bop, then you half. Baby, do the math, love bitches get crypto. All you other bitches get left cause they don't give a shit, no. They just want some dick, though. The floor sweet, walking shame on the tiptoes. From the Bay to New Orleans, they throw away all the morals, and she gon' slide down the pole and do my favorite performance. Doing corporate money, I get paid for endorsements. This my second home, I should take out a mortgage. Her titties kinda small, but the kitties.
Welcome back to the broadcast. The final word here from yours truly, Ryan Chen, the English play-by-play of the Plus League, where the Dreamers come away with the victory, 90 points to 76 of the Braves. The very first game the Dreamers played on the season was against the Steelers, and that zone defense was really broken apart, especially by Liu Zhenlu's high-scoring performance. In this one, their zone defense looked much better against the Braves, forcing them to 9 of 39 from beyond the arc, less than 25% out there. They've also won the rebounding game, and that's the effort I was talking about, both on the offensive and defensive side. So the Braves could not find any rhythm and were really frustrated by how prepared the Dreamers were in a mental sense to battle with them all game. The turnovers eventually picked up a little bit in the second half, but it was to no avail. I think another key is the Dreamers really had a rude welcoming for Cedric Fairfield, who made his Plus League debut. 3 for 14 shooting the basketball. He did have 4 assists on the game, but limiting him out on the perimeter was even something the East Asia Super League teams have been struggling with. When you turn off the Braves activator, makes it a lot easier. Coming up in about 5-ish minutes is the broadcast of the Taoyuan Puyin Pilots against the Kaohsiung 1-7 Live Steelers down at Fengshan Stadium, their home opener. And if you need a reminder, tomorrow is the Lioneers coming into town to play the Dreamers, and the New Taipei Kings will play the Steelers, and the return of Jeremy Lin to his former squad, but leading a undefeated squad in the Kings. There's Jiafan and Tai Jingjing on the Mandarin broadcast. I'm Ryan Chen, and on behalf of the 6 team of the Plus League and League office, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.